I'm Danny Bowie. I'm one of the attendings at Brown University, the Anesthesia program.
Hi, my name is Sarah Park. I'm a CA3 third-year resident graduating from Brown University. And after graduation, I'll be a Global Health Fellow at Stanford.
So my name is Kenny John. I'm a CA3 resident at Brown University in Rhode Island Hospital. Next year, or this July, I'm going to be starting my critical care fellowship at Beth Israel Deaconess Hospital in Boston, Massachusetts.
First off, I love learning from other people. I feel like, especially in anesthesia, there's not one way to do one thing. There's always multiple ways to do things, and you kind of find which way suits you best. And there's also my love of traveling as well. So I love learning from other cultures. I feel like I can learn so much from other people. I love teaching, so when I'm at the hospital, it's kind of learning on both ends actually. Residents learn as well, and I also learn as well from them.
Near the end of my training, I started thinking a lot about why I came into medicine. And I actually looked past my medical student personal statement essay. And it talked a lot about how I wanted to be something larger than myself, challenging myself to learn about things, how things are done differently in different countries, different cultures. Really aligns with how I want to practice medicine.
When I was in medical school, I traveled to Senegal my first and my fourth year, working on various projects during that time. So I've sort of always had this passion about seeing other cultures and seeing how medicine is practiced in other parts of the world.
Last year, after my experience here for 2 weeks, I kept on looking forward to coming back again. I just had amazing memories with the residents, with the people here.
Yeah, we got really lucky because Rwanda, the hospital in Kigali, and a couple other hospitals have partnership with our program. This country is amazing, incredibly accepting and welcoming.
So I didn't really anticipate doing global health during my residency career. Brown didn't have a global health elective when I first started, but last year when I saw my colleagues Danny and Darren go on this trip, they had really great things to say. And it was something that, because I had the background I had, I figured I would be a good candidate to go on a trip like this. Dr. Shamal Ashter is also someone who I consider a good friend and a mentor to me, and he's the one who leads this trip for us. So to me, it felt like a no-brainer being able to combine one of my favorite mentors and being able to pursue that global health interest that I always had.
I feel like every time I look lost, someone just comes up to me, so welcoming, invites me in, kind of shows me around. I feel so comfortable immediately with every staff member over here. We come in for just a brief amount of time and we're not a familiar face for a lot of people, and it's kind of surprising how we're just welcomed into their home essentially.
The people are incredible. Even the first day before we went to the hospital, the locals were so welcoming and so friendly, smiling and showing us where to go. And when we went to the hospital, everyone is so willing to drop everything and help you.
I feel like this is something that I want to do annually, so I absolutely love Rwanda and I'm hoping to come back again next year.
My favorite time was seeing smiles on their face as they figure out how to use the ultrasound machine and getting comfortable with it. I know that they've had experience before, but I felt like they were learning newer blocks, newer type of access they haven't had exposure to. My hope is that with the start of the fellowship, it would help me build more connections, more partnership and colleagues in Rwanda, as well as some other country I may be involved in, and then hopefully have a sustainable career where I'm able to go to a set location yearly, longitudinally.
So I'd have to say one of my favorite experiences has been our academic days, which happens on Monday. We combine their PGY2 and PGY3 classes, and it's basically an all-day educational affair. So at the beginning of the day, the residents really take ownership in their education, and we sort of get to be active participants when they break out into two groups. And then in the afternoons, we get to take a little bit of ownership and teach them some skills we have. So seeing them engaged and seeing the way they really huddle around us while we're teaching has been very rewarding. Some of my favorite ways we've taught have been the chalk talks, like around their poster board, the simulation I think they really enjoyed. One of the things I noticed with simulation was they all wanted to participate and they all wanted to help each other. And even some of the discussions we have afterwards, I could tell they were really passionate about the sim. And then the last thing we did this past Monday was we introduced them to oral boards, which after getting the feedback from them about that, it seemed like they really enjoyed being on the hot seat. One thing that really stuck out to me was that they were so excited to get into the hot seat for every question that we were asking. So just their engagement and their excitement to learn more has been very refreshing.